Amid shambles. If you haven't seen the news yet, the Inkbrush Nouveau kit for Splatoon 3 got announced just this morning, and it's definitely one of the kits of all time. So let's talk about it. In previous Splatoon games, the Inkbrush Nouveau was designed to be the kit that helped its team in by taking obnoxious positions and being difficult to remove. In Splatoon 1, it had Bubbler for this purpose, but the Inkbrush main weapon in that game was a little weak, so it didn't get a chance to shine really. The kit most are familiar with is the Splatoon 2 variant, which had seemingly a perfect special for this role in Baller. Baller also came with the added benefit of being shreddable, which was an essential attribute to abuse towards the end of the game's meta, with so many bombs and missiles and things that could just destroy it rolling around. In this game, the devs have once again opted to make an Inkbrush kit heavily oriented around its special, but they decided to approach this design idea from a different angle. Instead of opting for a survivability special like in Splatoon 1 and 2, they've opted for Ultra Stamp. It's pretty clear that they want this kit to be able to nip in, snag some kills, and nip back out again, and Hammer is perfect for this purpose. It also has the added benefit of another mind game on top of typical brush shenanigans, being that the Inkbrush could just pop Hammer at literally any time, and flip the script on its opponents. And once it does, it retains that guessing game, just with the Hammer as opposed to the main weapon. There's the dilemma of whether the Inkbrush is going to charge around with the Hammer or just simply throw it away. Like, the opponent has to respect the options the Inkbrush has when it pops Hammer. And it can just throw it if it wants. It gets stabbed super quickly on account of being one of the best turfing weapons in the game, so it's not that big of a deal. So, what makes this kit shambolic? This thing. It's this thing. Let's be clear about something. Inkmine synergizes well with Inkbrush. It's a cheap sub you can lay around to chip opponents trying to get back into the map, or you can use it to punish opponents trying to push you. I'd argue it's even better in this game, seeing as the maps have a lot of spots which opponents must cross over if they wish to push, such as under the bridge on Eeltail Alley. Inkmine does not, however, synergize with Ultra Stamp. Like, at all. These two things do not complement each other. Both synergize extremely well with Inkbrush wanting to bait opponents, however, these two things do not complement each other at all. If you set up traps with mines, you don't need the stamp to kill the opponent and vice versa. Inkmine's ship damage doesn't really complement Hammer's damage details either, with Hammer either being a one-hit kill or not really reducing the number of hits to kill from Inkmine's by a significant amount. Inkmine also doesn't help the core Inkbrush weakness of getting back into the game. In Splatoon 2, the only thing you had to get yourself back in was your own creativity, assuming that your team lacked a special like Tenta Missiles or Stingray to help get you back in. But you at least had Baller to fall back on. Heck, even Splatoon 1 Inkvo kinda had that with Bubbler. Both kits had the ability to stall regardless of position, letting Inkbrush remain a thorn in the enemy's side no matter where it is. What do you have to fall back on in this game though? You have a Toy Hammer. That's it. Needless to say, it won't help you escape a sticky situation very often. It's also not something that lets you persist behind enemy lines for very long. The lack of survivability on this kit really hurts it, but it does complement Hammer's in and out playstyle. Definitely a kit that aims to have as much impact as possible while it can actually do stuff. I think this kit is decent enough. It's a strong option in solo queue definitely, and any format where communication is severely limited will let it shine, as a lot of weaknesses Inkbrush has simply don't apply. There are a few uses for this thing in competitive too. It's probably the best Tentabella counter ever created, but that's a really specific niche that right now doesn't need to be filled by anything. And it has significantly better snowball potential than the regular kit. However, that's largely because of where these two kits position themselves. The regular Inkbrush kit wants to get the ball rolling using its whale and bombs, while the Nouveau kit wants to take an already moving snowball and try and make it move a lot faster. Does it trump the regular Inkbrush kit? No, of course not, but it was never supposed to. It's supposed to have a different playstyle, one that preferably complements the regular kit, which I think this does. I think that playstyle is limited in how effective it can be, being that it is heavily oriented around the Ultra Stamp, but it isn't a total waste of a weapon slot. Good luck fitting it into your team comp though, you will absolutely need some team support if you plan to play this in competitive. Either way, this kit looks really fun, and when it comes out on December 1st, I will definitely be playing it on stream live at twitch.tv/spore_. You should also hit the like and subscribe button if you're interested in more stuff like this. I haven't done a video like this before, so... Or if you want to just watch me descend into madness with each new day of releases, follow me on Twitter. So those are my thoughts on the new Inkbrush kit. It's no vanilla Inkbrush, but it's definitely got its own unique, very fun niche. Until then, I've been Spore, and Pasta La Vista.